Channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nika, and with last night's episode of Escape Still Kicking It. This was season 1, episode 4, One Last Time. It's the finale review. Um, I wish it was more than just 4 episodes to this season. It was really good. I enjoyed watching this show and seeing the trials and tribulations the ladies that went through over the years. You know what brought them back together. That was all interesting to me. And if you ask me, they more entertaining than the Real Housewives of Atlanta all day, every day. So that's why their review will come out after I finish this one, because this is the one I really wanted to talk about. Now, we started this episode off with rehearsal after the BET Award performance, and Tamika was making some very accurate critiques of that performance. She told Candy, "Girl, you was behind the beat and you sounded winded." We remember seeing that on the BET Awards. She wasn't lying. She told Tasha her mic was too loud. It was. And Tiny was the one that brought the performance. And I agree with her. And she was respectful in the way that she critiqued them, and everybody was able to be able to take it, okay? Tamika became more likable to me in this last episode of the season for this show. Um I didn't really have a big problem with her at all in the beginning. I didn't like the fact that she went publicly, and well, I didn't appreciate that she went on the air and said the things she said about Candy, even though some of that shit wasn't true. Was true. I think that it should have been done. It shouldn't have never happened. Sometimes you just can't react on emotions, and oftentimes when people just act out on emotions, things like what happened with Escape happens, okay? So in this episode, I feel like she was more likable. She really showed us the growth that she's had since she was in her early 20s, saying the shit that she was saying. She even went so far as to suggest that they switch dressing rooms so that she and Candy could share a work, their dressing room, and work through some of their issues. And I said that's mature. Now, I think that was necessary. And the reason why I feel like that's necessary is because when these girls together, they dynamic. They cash money, honey. They do their thing. I seen them in Essence Fest. What we finna get ready to talk about. So I can tell you that they are. And that Essence Fest performance wasn't all that, because I feel like the city of New Orleans dropped the ball with that. Baby, y'all could have really capitalized on an Escape reunion happening down there, but y'all put them on this small. Well, we get to it. We get to it. We'll get to it, child. Now, JD Dad came through. Michael Molden. And Latasha wasn't feeling it. See, they got history. She wasn't feeling him because when she was supposed to go on her solo thing, she received some $300,000, and to this day, she still don't understand what the hell happened to that money. It wasn't being used. Wasn't like she was in the studio doing no work or none of that stuff. She want to know where the money went, and she heard about how he reacted to her simply inquiring. She ain't say you stole. She just want to know where the coins at, and I'm assuming that is still a lot of hurt because she never got the closure or the answers that she wanted with him. And child, I said, Now, if you ask me, based on his apology that he gave her, it was some bullshit. It was insincere. He never said for sure what he did. Uh, what he did with her money. He didn't remember as much as he claimed. As she was saying it had happened. He claimed like, see, I can't stand that. And I learned a lot about people, including myself, in this episode. When you have wronged somebody, even if you don't see the full scape of what the fuck they feeling in that moment, you owe them at least, if you ever cared anything about them, you owe them enough to acknowledge it and to sincerely don't say the shit. This ain't a sincere apology. If I hurt you in any kind of way, I apologize. That's not sincere to me. Even if you don't quite understand it, if you can identify with them being hurt in that moment, and you ever gave an ounce of a damn about them, give them their moment. Apologize without the bus or without the little cute beginning, such as if you if I hurt you in any kind of way. Because when you say that, you're not acknowledging what went on. You're not. Even if you don't understand it, acknowledge it. There's a lot of times why people be so fucking mad with a person and they hold that shit for so long, because people tend to not want to do right by a person when they feel like that. If you ever cared about a person, and it ain't gotta be no deep thing, child, but everybody wants their feelings acknowledged. And that's something I learned. I didn't learn that on this show. I saw that what I did learn from some shit that happened to me in the past, how important it is to give people their acknowledgement of what they felt in that moment. Even if you don't quite understand or agree with what went on, something went wrong there. So just give the people what they deserve in that moment. That's what I feel like. That's not apology the way he gave her. I didn't feel that. Mm, mm, mm. And then after he apologized, he had the audacity to ask this child about working with them again. If you can't make it right what you did to her in the past, how the hell is she supposed to want to move forward with you and allow you to work with her and her group again? Child, admit that you fucked up some kind of way. It release you in the long run, I promise you. You'll be a better you, you know. Acknowledge what you did to your former business associate or friends. Acknowledge what they felt in that moment. He ain't do that. He gave a half-ass, insincere ass apology, and I absolutely hated that. I hated it. He didn't own shit he did. Then he wanted to work with them again, like I said, and I was like, hell no. As Tamika said, when an apology is given to the person, it's up to the person that was hurt to be able to accept it and move forward. Now, in my opinion, if he would have given them a sincere apology, or given her a sincere apology, and acknowledged how she felt, and then apologized, I ain't saying it's gonna make it work for them, but at least she'd have felt better about it. Okay. When you don't give it to them, then they feel like you fucking playing with their emotions, and that only makes them more angry. It's okay in this life to say that you did some things wrong. Everybody falls short of the glory of God each and every single day of their life. As Paul say, I die every day. But the beauty of it is, you have the option to see it for what it is, accept what it is, apologize for what it was that you did wrong, and then you move forward. It don't necessarily mean it's gonna fix it. Some people just hold grudges, and you have to be all right with that. But you get that shit right here, so that you can move forward and do what it is that you have to do. And he ain't do that. And it's a lot of people in this world just ain't gonna give you that. It took me a lot of growth to be able to do that. Because I try my best to do right by people, but I fall short. And if I fuck you up or I fuck over you, I make my apologies. And it's up to you if you ever forgive or don't. If you don't, then it's okay, because life goes on. I did what I was supposed to do. And that's what he should have done. But he didn't do that to her. Anyway, I spent too much time on that part right there. Now in the car, Tiny was talking to Candy about T.I. never wanted to see her be a performer in the first place, and I can understand that, because she was famous before he was. Um, he just wanted her to support him in his career and to raise their family, and she wished he would support him as she did. She wished he would support her like she supported him. You married a fuck boy. Straight up, you married a fuck boy. He don't understand that a relationship is give and take. He don't respect the fact that you had this career. See, it's all about him, really. And you made the decision to stay with some shit like that. I wish he would be supportive to you, and he did show up in this episode, and we gonna talk about it when I get to it. But you gotta understand the type of man you married. He didn't When you was with Escape, he wasn't feeling that shit, but he couldn't say nothing because you was the bread. But now he has built his empire off of your back and your finances. and now he don't want to help you. He don't want to be the support system for you that you was for him. But that's okay, because you don't let that stop you. Keep going, and I'm so glad she kept going, and you keep on going, Tamika, because you deserve to be happy too, honey. You really do. And if being on that stage is where you come alive at, then do what you gotta do. Them damn herd of children of yours, it's gonna be all right. It ain't like Candy with little 2-year old or 3-year old Ace, and she trying to jump. Now your kids are older, except for the little baby Harris, or whatever her name is. You still can do what you gotta do, girl. Just don't let that man stop you from being the best that you can be in life. That's what I have to say about that. Now we headed to Essence Fest in New Orleans, and y'all, like I said, they should have been on the main stage. It was a lot of people couldn't even fucking get in to see them because they put them on a small ass stage, and then the sound system was absolutely pooey. But them bitches can sing, and that's the reason why it went together anyway, okay? Now, Candy had a conversation with Tamika. Well, she had a conversation with Tiny saying that she feel like Tamika only apologized for the come up. In other words, she needed the coin. And that could be true. That could be true. But at the end of the day, you made the decision to reunite with these girls, even if for a few performances you made that decision. Okay? And you gotta live with the decision that you made here. If y'all were young and when all of this shit went down with Escape, these was young girls, late teens, early 20s. Y'all were all young girls developing into being the women that you are today. I do not think that none of y'all are the same person today that y'all was 18, 20 years ago. That ain't what happened here. And a lot of hurtful shit was said. A lot of hurtful shit went on behind the scenes. But y'all not the kids of yesteryear. Based off what I see in social media, y'all are working to try to work together to on this tour to and rebuilding y'all little friendships and y'all bonds. If Candy doesn't want to do any more Escape after that, then that's fine. Y'all came back together for the fans and allowed y'all, and it allowed y'all to be in a place of healing for yourselves individually. That's how I feel about that. I really do. Now I heard Dream Killer. That's the new song that Escape will release on December the 1st, without Candy on it. And I'm gonna be honest, it's a bop. It's a bop. I would buy it. I know we want to see the four girls because that's how the group was back in the 90s, back in their heyday. But I'll never say that there's no life or Escape without Candy, because clearly it can be. And we don't know what God's intentions for this group is. So we can't say this. We can say that it looked good and it feels good to us long term Escape fans to see them together. But we cannot predict the future and say that these girls cannot move on with Escape without Candy being a part of it. That ain't something you can say. And on December the 1st, when this song becomes available, people who say the group can't survive without Candy might find themselves a bit surprised at what happens. Y'all real fans of this group, don't talk about it, be about it. Y'all go out and buy this music. Don't steal it. Pay for it. Okay? Because we need this type of R&B music in this world today. We ain't got no real good R&B singers and stuff like that anymore. We need to bring that shit back. That's a genre that's dying that shouldn't die. I don't want to hear the mumble rap shit all the time. I want to hear somebody sing. And I'm talking about sing without the auto tune. These girls are there. And that song sounds really good. You never know. You know. Never know what's going to happen. Now, after they did their Essence performance, it was Detroit the next day. And I was glad that we saw Tamika and Candy talk more. I was. Candy admitted that she already knows she got a problem. One of her problems is she holds grudges. And it was good to see her acknowledge that flaw within herself, and also good to hear her say that she's working on letting that shit go. Not being that kind of way, because you'll miss your blessing holding a grudge against some damn body. That's why I don't hold grudges, y'all. No matter what has gone on in my life, I let shit go. And I'm always open to a fucking conversation or some dialogue with a person that I fell out with. I'm not that bitch that cannot be talked to. I'm not like fuck you. I don't throw nobody away. I don't. Now, it's some people I just can't fuck with no more, but it's still, I'm not gonna be mean to you. I'm not gonna hold on to what happened yesterday, because holding all that shit down is not gonna allow me to be able to fly. And I hope Candy begins to see that. I really do. I hope she see that holding on to what happened in the past, although it was hurtful to her, this girl is making every attempt that she know how to rectify that situation. And I'm hoping that Candy will give her the opportunity to do that completely as they continue on. Okay. And I understand, because we learned in that scene that she still, she here for these few episodes and these few tour dates, but she ain't, these performance dates, she ain't really all the way in yet. And it's okay for her to be apprehensive. As long as she realized that she needs to work on that shit and make some real decisions about where she want to go forward, moving forward with this group. That's how I feel about it. Okay. Now, at the Detroit show, T.I. did show up with the kids, and Tina was excited. And from her, I was excited for her, because he's showing her career and her some support. Same thing she's always given to him. And I feel like it was my time for his ass to do that, and I was glad he was there. Baby, but let me just talk about the performance, baby. They brought out Karen Clark Sheard. If you in the gospel music, you know Karen don't play no motherfucking game, baby. She came out there and helped them with "Is My Living in Vain," and y'all, I broke down like a motherfucker on that song. Do you hear what I'm saying? Baby, it was like I caught the spirit in that moment. They had them choir robes on, and when I say they sang their faces off, they sang their faces off. Yes, God, they did. Now they can't tear Karen up. You can't tear Karen up. She's the pioneer. But baby, they was able to hang in there with her. And when I tell you, Karen tore that place up. Baby, she almost overshadowed the skate vocals, to be honest, but she brought that Holy Ghost up in there, and Tamika grabbed it. Because when that song was over, baby, she grabbed Candy's hand and pulled her back out on stage. Candy ain't know what she was finna be encountering. Cause she looking at her, look like she got the spirit, but now she grabbing me. What's finna happen? Baby, she got her out there, and she apologized to her again, testified, and it brought Candy to her tears. Yes, it did. It brought Candy to tears. And that, to me, is where the true healing for this group began, in that moment. With them tears Candy gave. That means she was releasing some of that hurt. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Candy decided to embark upon a 28-day city tour with these people, but she still ain't signed up for the new music yet, and that's okay. Don't y'all be deterred by that Watch What Happens live interview, because God gonna do his work within all parties if they open for this group to be a success, even if it's just a momentary thing. And that's pretty much what we got out of the finale episode. I didn't go scene by scene because I wanted to kind of like give y'all what I was seeing from my side. You know what I'm saying? I can sit here and go scene by scene on all these shows that I review, but sometimes I want to step out of the norm and give you a little something extra. And the thing that I got out of this the most is accept what the fuck you do to people. Sometimes it ain't easy to say you sorry. It ain't easy, y'all. I'm telling you, it ain't easy. Trust and believe, I've been there, and y'all been with me through some of my shit. So y'all know how hard it is to accept when something done went wrong. But it ain't nothing wrong with you saying, you know what? Maybe I could have did this a little bit different. And acknowledging that and apologizing. Because at the end of the day, whether they forgive you or not, bitch, you're trying to free you. You cannot fly with a whole lot of stuff holding you down. And maybe in with this show and the what they doing on tour with each other, because they being forced to be around each other a whole lot, maybe their healing can truly begin. But I'm telling you, Candy released on that stage. That's why she went to crying, and this one the first time I wasn't mad. Candy was fucking crying cause it needed to happen. Sometimes you gotta release. And everybody release ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? Candy release was, she'll bust out crying in a heartbeat. But it was a necessary thing. It really was. I believe that with God all things are possible. And I know sometimes people, that's not the politically correct thing to do if you want to have, some time a successful YouTube channel or whatever. A lot of time I can understand that. I read other people's comments and I hear people saying, because they don't read a book, they don't believe that it's a higher power that's overshadowing all of us and, in control of everything. A lot of people want to read a book and say that it's all about science and let's go way back to Africa and let's go all the way back, let's go to mythology and all that stuff. Look, I don't knock nobody in what they believe. Whether you call him God, Jesus, the bright morning stars, or the rose of Sharon, the Most High, whatever, you gotta know something else. It's a higher power controlling everything. And I would be remiss as a spiritual person if I don't acknowledge him in everything that I do. Even if it makes me not have the ratings that I would like to have or the views I would like to have down here. See, I know for a fact the power of God. You know what I mean? And that same power that he gives, he works in each and every one of our lives every day, is what was going on in this 4-part episode of this show. That was all it was. And I'm sorry, if I'm going off a few minutes on this God thing, but I know some of y'all can't take that, but I have to acknowledge what I know to be real for my life. Because I remember over 15 years ago when the doctor said, this disease is going to overtake your mind. This disease won't allow you to be able to think right. You won't be able to eat on your own. You won't be able to walk. You will not be able to work. And I remember hearing that and thinking to myself, well, damn, it ends like that for me. But what the doctor said was not what happened, because here I am sitting before y'all today. And I'm a firm believer that if I don't acknowledge him in my day-to-day life right now, one of these days when these old bones leave this earth, I'm going to stand before judgment. Now, I don't know who going to be judging me, honey. I can only go by what I was taught. But I know one thing, if I refuse to honor him and acknowledge him before y'all, he ain't going to acknowledge me before his Father which sits in heaven. And that I ain't having that. So for those of y'all who don't like this type of conversation, I'm sorry that you getting it. You can click off the video or whatever, but I'm going to always acknowledge him in everything that I do, because I know the only reason why I'm sitting here today is because of his grace and mercy. And that's all I have to say. And I'm praying that God continues to intercede on, in this relationship between these escaped girls, rather, and Candy decides to continue on and eventually do make music with these girls, or it's just this right here, the 28 city tour, and then they don't work together business wise anymore, but they maintain some type of friendship. I'm cool with however the hell that shit want to go, long as healing can begin, because everybody deserves to have their wrongs righted, and everybody deserves to have their fucking feelings acknowledged. We are human beings and we want nothing less, and that's it. That's all, y'all. I ain't gonna go no further with that because I don't want to piss nobody off, but I'm gonna do me on this channel, and I had to pay homage to the man who keeps me going every day. And I'm praying that he stay in the midst of those girls, because that's a gift that you have, to be able to sing the way these girls sing. And like I said, even though Candy had that Jussie Smollett right there sometime, it ain't got nothing to do with the fact the girls still got a talent, and together they are absolute dynamite together. I'm telling you what I seen, not what I heard. So I'm hoping that everything works out, and I would like to even see them come back for a season 2. We don't know if that's gonna happen or not, but I'm prayerful, honey. I'm prayerful. And when that song dropped December the 1st, if you a true Escape fan, ain't nothing but 99 cents, $1.99, buy that shit. Support them girls. If you tired of mumble rap and auto tune singing, support these girls, cause they singing, honey. They singing. And that's the era I come from, where they sang. Okay? But anyway, Remember, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate this video, comment down below in the panic section, subscribe to my channel for the free 99 if you would like, and if you do subscribe, go ahead on and hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified each and every time I come down here to these YouTube streets and start talking, honey. You can come over here and jump in a panic and have a conversation with me, because I will always talk back to you if you talk to me, okay? Share the video wherever it is that you share videos, and I will see you guys back for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all have a great remainder to your day. Peace.